Hello, welcome back.
Such as
So,
the
I
sun
was back here
rising in
to
the
request some
west
more
or the
people,
moon
but
being a wheel of
apparently we
cheese.
have something.
Fate has smiled upon me twice, and both times through you, my friend.
You, in Marcella, reconnecting with old acquaintances?
Just so. There's one connection I need to restore in particular, and I'll need your help. What if I offer to pay you to partake in a sort of private battle?
I don't know, Wilmore. Is the battle for a good cause?
It
Oh,
is
that's a bad
about my
question.
vengeance. I want revenge, and I'm almost prepared to get it. I shall make Baron Gladrin pay for slandering my good name. However, I need experienced warriors and someone
That
like
person
you.
just stepped in front
You're
of
driven
us.
by a thirst for justice and revenge. I can relate.
I
Wow.
challenged Gladrin to combat on the fields under the aqueduct. I'll await you there.
Poor Wilmore. What does Gladrin have to say about his misfortunes, I wonder?
Meet the other party. Well, I guess we can go over there and see.
Welcome to Marcella. First time in the capital?
We replaced the crystal, but the mana's draining
Watch it.
away.
I'm glad to see you. Have you heard? Count Wilmore is back in the capital.
I just talked to him.
So, you already know then. That monster has challenged me to a battle in the suburbs.
Oh. You must have a very good reason to call him a monster.
He's a deceitful snake who's been coiled around the throne for years. He's the royal treasurer and Nostria's top thief. Every treasure he's stashed away is soaked in the blood of those he's robbed or killed. My father, too, suffered at that wicked beast's hands. He didn't even spare his own sister, Baroness d'Ardennes, or her husband. How long did he hold their daughter Gisela captive in a cellar?
So locking Wilmore in that castle was a just punishment?
Yes, it took all the strength I possessed to seal him in that cellar. But it was nevertheless a mistake. I should have killed him.
Okay, so if you don't know that guy is the guy we freed from Castle Ardennes. Okay, what a weird quest. I mean, we free a man and then he asks us to represent him in battle, and then we found out he is actually a very bad person. I mean, I don't think there is any gray area in the game. You're either good or you're either bad, and that's how most quests are. Sometimes you want to be bad for the sake of getting that extra recruiter or that extra reward. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am.
Count Wilmore, you're a thief, a murderer, and an embezzler of the crown's funds. Prepare to die.
You'll answer for that, maggot. Warriors, to arms!
Hired a gang of assassins, have you? I'm prepared for your dirty tricks. Squad, to me!
Don't just stand there, I need your help. I'm the one paying you.
Oh, you started without me.
Look at the blackguard. Courtly schemer. His hands are soaked in blood.
My friend, join the fray and you'll know my generosity.
I'm ready.
What? What? Saving this guy's anarchy. What? Okay, now I have a question for the developers. What were they thinking? Why is so much anarchy and so much order in the game where you barely have enough power? There's not much power choices, and besides, a lot of my choices were finesse because I wanted to do the right thing. Anarchy. I am almost forced to take this one because I don't need more anarchy, that's for sure. Well, on the other hand, on the other hand, let's do the right thing because I don't care at this point. I mean, look at the choices. It's pretty obvious what's the right one and what's the bad one. But you're going to choose based on what you need. Anarchy or yeah. We'll join with
Gladrin, you were
Gallatin.
right. I will rectify my mistake.
Are you with me?
We're a paladin, a keeper of the good, a keeper of
no,
faith.
that just won't do. After all, I paid you.
You should have stayed in your cellar, Wilmore.
Let me guess, assassins, of course. Assassins and dark adepts, because why not have a why not have a completely similar unit to the human mages, but just make it a little more evil and give them to anarchy. Oh, they're just mercenaries, and as you can see at the top level, they're actually looking quite nice, even though their horses are huge. What kind of a horse is that? Oh no, let's put the knights in front because they will take all of the damage. I'm ready for the fight. As you can see, they also have him over there. Yeah, they just move around there, they go over there and then they charge me. So they have swords in here. In the portrait, they actually had lances. Okay, no, whatever. Developers know better. Pew pew pew. As they say in other games, that's a lot of damage. From what I know, they can attack any unit on the field, so let's just go and engage them in melee so they cannot do that anymore. That's a very cool effect, but sadly they're not as strong as people imagine. Because after they use their ability, they're basically very weak. I might just take Finesse because I like the spells a lot more than anything else. Beam Kamehameha. Oh, I didn't click it the right way. Okay, that's funny. They take so much damage from the crossbowmen. Well, at least we'll kill one of them. And now go and try to murder one of the adepts at least. At least, armor decrease. Okay, so you have weakness and armor decrease. I mean, that's not so bad. That's super bad. Yeah, this game should have alternating attacks because using his wand as a club doesn't seem like a very efficient weapon. He should just use some spell or summon a weird weapon to attack the enemy. Oh, these guys are not feeling okay at all. And I'm still using... So this is the problem with the game. I'm still using the same spells I was using about 20 hours ago. The same spells, nothing changed. The only change or the major change in my game right now is that I'm using the knights and the firehand golems, but I've been using them for quite a while as well. Let's incinerate the assassins. Madness. Ouch! They clobbered my mages with their crossbows. I could have lost my entire stack because I didn't know how that worked. Okay, let's finish the fight very, very fast. I was hoping to get to farm a little bit with them or on them, but apparently it will not be possible. Yeah, kill the assassins so you get ranged or you get more experience. Additional turn. Well, I get additional turn exactly when I don't need it. Okay, so we freed the old man and then we defeated him in combat. What's the point? Heal everyone. The reward is not even worth it and he's level 13.
You did the right thing, and that blackguard is in custody again. I thought I was prepared to kill him, but I serve the law. The court will decide Wilmore's fate. I'll make sure his punishment is just.
Knight's ring. Let me guess. It gives something to knights. Not even worth it. Yeah, that quest was not worth it at all. I mean, that quest is basically for flavor. I have no idea where I'm going. Where am I going? Into the wrong direction. You know, let's just move in a direction and let's hope we'll find one of those obelisks so we can fast travel. Yeah, let's fast travel because we basically have nothing left to do over here. What? The bridge is under construction? I don't know, the game is a little bit of fun to explore and look at what you have accomplished so far. Other than that, it's so annoying to play it. Sounds like very cold water. Let's go back to the graveyard and see if that guy has something new for us to recruit. Level on ghouls, skeletons, skeleton archers, zombies, and ghosts. The ghosts are probably one of the best units for the undead in the beginning. The creatures don't look anything like their portrait. Not even the same hair color or the same fingernails, man. I don't know what happened to the original game. Maybe they had a great game and they didn't have time to finish it, so they brought in the B and the C team to work together with the A team, and they just gave them too much stuff to do. I don't know, we can assume a lot of stuff, but the game is surely not the way it was supposed to be, because you can see hints of it all over the place. Like I was showing you the portraits, maybe even the descriptions are not even fun sometimes, or not necessarily fun, they're not accurate. They wanted to make a very serious game, but because of the dialogue, no one can take this game seriously. What? How did I miss this one? I mean, this is basically a very dry humor. Probably the British will love it. Or they love it. Very, very, very dry humor. Let's fight with the bears. Are those griffins? Yeah, they're just griffins. They're also mighty griffins. Another thing I noticed is that there are certain units in the game that are only available for you to kill. For example, mighty griffins and ancient bears. They are in the game. They are using the same skin as the other ones. But you can only kill them. You cannot recruit them, which is a very bad choice. Because killing something you can never recruit, I don't know. Looks bad. Let me guess, the eagles or the griffins will just fly over my ranks and attack my ranged guys. And also, the map is designed to make the player suffer. See what I mean? Because of that, we cannot attack anything, only the bear riders. Oh, a critical hit, we killed 2 of them. This might hurt the golems a lot, but we can handle it. Additional turn. I guess they'll get a free attack. I miss playing King's Bounty. Yeah, I miss playing King's Bounty too. Not King. What am I saying? I miss playing King's Bounty Crossworlds. And also the taunt animation works. The taunt works for the enemy all the time, but only sometimes for you. So even if you, yeah, whatever. Such a miserable gameplay experience. That taunt ability is so stupid, you cannot do anything for an entire round, just get beaten up. Get beaten up, get beaten up, get beaten up again, and then you maybe can do something the next round. We are still under the effect of taunt, probably. It didn't die. Let's just summon the clay golems over here, so those guys will never be able to attack in range. Yeah, look at the bird. The pigeon, I mean. The knights are super strong even without buffs. If we buff them, they will be even more dangerous. Yes, everything is shiny and nice. Whatever, just shoot them. If we cannot make the fights interesting, let's at least make them short. What? This one is still alive with a little bit of health. Explosive bolts immobility. Let's actually run a bit, because I don't want to have the same problem one more round. That's so funny. This is why I still keep the swordsman, because of the run ability. Okay, definitely the bear riders. They only had 2 hit points left. And then go over here and completely block them. Is there... Okay, there was something left for us to attack there as well. Okay, when is their turn? Can we actually shoot at... No, we can. We cannot. Yeah, one crossbowman was left. Another victory for us. So that's what? Another 2000 gold. Oh yeah. I forgot about the idiotic ability of the assassins to permanently kill your troops. So that's why I only have 4 out of 6 mages. Well, thank you developers for giving us so many ways to be miserable and so many ways to actually hate the game so much. I mean, now I have to go back and buy troops. A lot of people said that they like the fact they don't have to go and buy troops all the time, but look at this. Because of the spatial ability that only hurts the player.
Medicaments, medical supplies.
Medicaments.
A remedy for every ailment. Piles, groinage, the king's evil. Incontinence.
I've purchased your wares before. Lice treatment it was. I paid for a cask, but there was only a thimbleful of the stuff inside.
Nah, that wasn't me you bought it from. It was that scoundrel Vince. He underfills every time.
He says he's selling medicine, but he only has bread on the tray. And medicaments is kind of like how we call it in Romanian. Weird, I guess this portion of the game is not really finished. And you have these random rooms all over the place. What do they mean? Are they here only for you to loot them? Probably.
Medicine, medicaments, medical supplies. Piles, groinage, king's evil, incontinence.
I've purchased your
Continents.
wares before.
Good afternoon. Heading to the elevator, are we? Are you headed for the port?
Yes,
by
I'm
any
headed
chance?
What do you
everywhere.
want?
Oh, it's just a trifle. There's a young woman who lives there. Her name's Jeanette. And I'm Kramer, the merchant. You might remind her of me and my grain.
I don't know anyone in the port. You ought to handle it yourself.
How can I? The Artisanians don't let anyone descend. In light of the threat presented by Cedric the Bandit. That's according to Damien. Curse him. I've already paid for the grain and soon it's gonna rot. But if you could talk to Jeanette, the elevator is still working. You can go up whenever you want.
A shady deal. I smell it. I mean, the only reason the game you will not get bored while playing this is because you're bored after the first hour, so playing more than that doesn't really affect you. Hey, that's actually a nice view. Oh man, this game had so much
Did you see my
potential.
notice? I'm so glad you came. These lands are supremely gorgeous, are they not?
To be honest, I find the cliff a bit scary. Still quite beautiful, though.
As an artist, I couldn't ask for a better location. It's so beautiful, but windy, as it says in the name. Would you believe it? The wind swept one of my paintings right off the cliff. And the client is very demanding. They're not just going to wait. And I cannot simply go down and get it. I had a falling out with the residents once, and now they've banned me. So awkward. My only hope is that some kind passerby will oblige an old man infatuated with the sea.
The weird voice lines, I mean, those were cobbled up together. They're not from the same session. They're not from the same. Yeah, I like this a lot, but let's wear some normal armor. Yeah, I guess after you play for the first parts of the game really takes a big dip in quality. I mean, the game has A lot of interesting stuff, but after a while it just seems it all falls down.
Did you hear that? A man-eating troll.
Oh.
Spooky.
Did you hear that?
Only those authorized
A
by
man-eating
Sir
troll.
Damien may descend.
Right down.
Wait, what? I've already found that guy. Find their spirit Arthur.
Did you hear that?
Only
I
those
thought this was the quest to
authorized by Sir
descend.
Damien may descend.
Right down.
I thought this was the quest to use the windy port elevator, but apparently it's not. Okay, back to the drawing board.
Medicine.
They actually made a different sky over here. I like it. A pouch of gold, just one, just in the wilderness. I wish I would live over here. Seems like getting money is very, very easy. Just take a walk in the woods and you find a pouch of gold. It looks like all of these are the same. Secret rooms in the cliff, made out of stone with a nice chair, some research tools, books, a lot of books. By the way, the books have no texture, they're just a flat surface. Which is funny because they're reusing skins a lot, they're reusing textures a lot, but really they couldn't be bothered to make one for the books. Even though they would have used the same book texture for about 20 times. Okay, let's see what's over here. I am almost afraid to go deeper. What? Maybe I should have read the quest description before I pick up stuff. And now again we have a million quests. Complete the trial, limit never. Wait for the quarantine to be lifted. Oh man, I have another book. Maximus Third. One more Labian and one more... whatever. Okay, it's not a quest that needs me to choose between something, so that means it's one of those quests where I just have to wander around until I find the answer. And since I'm in the elemental plane, that usually means I have to fight something equal enemy. Oh, I hate it so much that those guys killed our mages. I'm not sure if we have spares. Yeah, let's just kill some of them and then move into their range. No, let's just get the Frost Blade, even though it's not really recommended. Since those guys don't do as much damage as they could anymore, because they lost 2 units. Ah, maybe we'll just get lucky. We got hit. Okay, we got lucky. Let me guess, I cannot shoot them. Oh, I can shoot them. Bonus sound. Yeah, critical hit, they died again. I'm gonna kill the entire stack. That was not very effective. I don't think we'll be able to reach them. Okay, then just move normally. Let's move the golems over here so they can fight the other golems. Oh, we might even kill them. Full saturation. Oh, they are immune to burning. Okay. Wait. Wait. Oh, they're not going for the golems anymore because they're immune to fire. Okay. Ouch, stop throwing pebbles at me, you hooligan. Yeah, humanity wins against everything. Okay, for the sake of the game I skip the turn because they will not do any damage anyway. Let's also move them over here since it makes no sense. Oh, maybe I could have moved them over there so they could have... Oh, this works. Yay, we won a fight that was impossible to lose. Heal everyone. So many loading screens. You get a loading screen to go into the astral realm. You attack something, you go into loading screen. You kill it, you go into loading screen. Taming the fire. Okay, now I have to find other books. Oh, Knight's Gauntlets. Finally some items that are interesting. Maybe I can use them. Or maybe not. So only the left arm is a gauntlet because it's the one that you protect yourself with. The right arm is probably your lead. It doesn't. I can wait until I'm level 20 so I can get rid of all this peasant gear. What are the other gloves I was wearing? Actually, I don't even care that much. Okay, looks like I have no choice. I have to do the main quest, otherwise I am getting stuck. I'll get stuck on my other quests. Yeah, the game does this a lot of times actually. You do a few quests and then you have to continue the main quest, otherwise you have nothing left to do. Which is bad mechanic in my opinion. Cash? Where is the cash? All of that for a horseshoe. Okay, let's travel then, and maybe I'll end the video and we'll have a shorter episode for once. We free the man only to beat him up. We killed more animals, we went to a location that we couldn't access.
Implore you. No, I demand of you. Capture that.
I captured
How
that.
delightful. Now that you've caught the spirit, life at Castle Ardennes can start anew.
For me, it was a minor errand.
Dearest Sequester, do tell. What awaits the captured spirit?
Apparently, this spirit used to work at the Mage Factory. We don't know its true name, and therefore, I suppose we'll trap it in underground storage. There will be an investigation, followed by a trial before the magical court of law. Do you really find these details interesting? It's a long story, one that will last a few years at minimum.
Delightful. Well, now I must go. I'll be sure to tell Councillor Montier how promptly the mages rushed to assist me. Naturally, I'll put in a word about your invaluable assistance as well.
That's it?
It's a shame we met for but a fleeting moment. I hope...
Well, what was my reward again? I wasn't really looking. I think we also leveled up. I guess you have to go for finesse and get all more spells. Supreme Magic. Yeah, by the way, at this point it's impossible to get 28 points into a single skill because I just wasted too many of them. Probably Generalissimo would have been the best one, or is the best option. The other ones, even this one with the spells, is not so good. I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. Question but already
Spirit
told
of
to
the
him.
Vador, answer me.
I am here. Command, and I will obey.
I command
kind
you
of a
to
voice
relate to me
acting
all
is
events
this?
of the night the Mage Factory fell. What happened?
Answer.
Answer.
No. I do not want to go back. But I will. I will speak. Eliu's child, hear me.
The paladin does a better voice acting job than the spirit.
From all over the earth, lost ones seeking unity in the void. They called to it. Their souls reached out for the void, and the void
Answered. How do you do that? I want to do it.
touched. And so it came to our world. The spell was lifted. My shackles fell to the ground and I ran away. The blight. I was looking for salvation.
Do you know the people who performed the ritual? Did you by chance notice anything else?
No. 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 I do not want. I will not. Fear. Void. The blight in the void. I see them not. I will not. There were many there like you. Before their souls were extinguished, I saw them. One, another, and another. Many there were. I witnessed the battle after I escaped. The Mage Factor woke the golems. He fought off the blight and saved many, and led them under the mountains.
Are you telling me someone survived?
I see not through stone. The Mage Factor took them under the mountains. That is where they hid. The hole they went through was guarded by golems. They fought well, and the battle stopped. The wind carried their whispers to me. They prayed for salvation. They wept, and then void. Horrifying. I do not want. I will not. Mercy, do not make me see them, child of Eliu.
Your help has been invaluable, Ador. Now rest.
So this is the ferocious spirit, the ferocious elemental who has been terrorizing the whole country. And we just went there and he sounds like a little coward
It's a
to me.
shame.
And he's kind of traumatized about what he saw. That's not impressing me at all. Okay, I still have to do that house. Cedric's hideout. Yeah, let's finally finish the Seeds of Betrayal so we can get a lot of experience. Finally some progress was made. I think you can finish the game in about 10 hours, to be honest, if you just do the main quest and just get the troops you need. Everything else seems a bit of a waste of time at this point.
Loyal subjects of the king.
Shut up. They just teleport me inside the castle. I mean, they didn't even want to do the animation for the gate. So, you know what I'm going to say.
What do we know about the preparations for the expedition to Monpatri, Count? You promised to come to a decision any day.
Your Highness, the Archmage is standing his ground. I tried.
Ah, finally! So what happened at the Mage Factory? Did you determine the cause?
Allow me, Your Highness. Do you distrust the Royal Council? Your father never.
My dear Count, sometimes one opinion is not enough. Well, what did you find out?
The disaster was caused by the adepts of some unnamed cult. Someone from the Crown Lands performed a horrifying ritual. Those people wreaked havoc upon themselves in the Mage Factory by summoning unknown forces, not of this realm.
Do you have a witness or some proof to support this account?
Those who fled the Mage Factory are ready to tell you everything, despite their treatment at your hand. Also a spirit named Ador. Were you aware that spirits cannot lie? One more thing, Your Highness. Ador saw the survivors hide in the mines. You must organize a rescue party immediately.
We must delay no longer. I entrust you with rescuing the survivors.
What? Me?
Go to
Why me?
Monpatri, extricate my subjects, and bring them to me.
Your Highness, the Mage Factory is quarantined by order of the Archmage Cathor, as I told you.
Since when does the Prince of Nostria bend the knee to an Archmage?
Am I not free to return home to Lorien? You gave your word.
Our agreement stands. But so far, all you have provided me are words. Words that cast suspicion upon the Royal Council as well as the Royal Order of Mages. Centuries-old pillars supporting the throne. Prove your suspicions with something substantial. Find the survivors and bring them to the Citadel. Do this, and if all is as you say, I will grant you the pardon you were promised. How do you like my decision, Count? I think that's how we're going to expose the truth.
Unthinkable.
I have nothing to say. That's weird and funny and goofy. Dwarfen Axe, a legendary. Oh, it's a rare item. Leadership. Able to cleave any shield in twain. I think I'll just go with the critical hit and the damage. Uncommon. Uncommon are... So, look at this. Uncommon items that you can buy from a shop are better than rare item you get for completing major story quests. 10 out of 10 gameplay design. 10 out of 10 gameplay design. Also, I'm level 19, so close to wearing all of this cool gear that will finally look like we're competent enough to do something. That would be bad. Morale drops if you equip those. Do I care? Not really. Do I care? Not really. Let's leave it at level 2. Periodic spell effect. Do I care? No, not really.
Anything?
I need a
I cannot help you with that. Ever since the days of Maximus, archmages have recognized no authority but the king. If Kaythorn has decided to quarantine the mage factory, neither I nor the Royal Council are in a position to reverse his decision. In order to get through the quarantine, you need a document carrying the king's personal seal. My father is recovering, but...
Your Highness, I won't be able to carry out your order, and you'll send me back to Crucis. I wouldn't want that.
If Kaythorn has decided to quarantine the mage factory, neither I nor the Royal Council have the authority to reverse his decision. But please, exercise some discretion. We don't want a conflict with the Archmage right now.
You have your task.
You were good to me, Monsieur Montier.
There's no getting into the mage factory, and that, I'm afraid, is the end of it. I've been sending off letters to the Archmage for days. How many replies do you suppose I've received? The Royal Council is powerless here, and there are no legal ways into the mage factory. Although, perhaps you could interrogate your precious witnesses. I don't expect they know anything useful, but why not? Unless I can make haste.
I already have...
The Royal Council is certain that you're...
That's it? I even forgot what the Grey Knights want at this point.
Have you heard what happened?
I suppose that if I go out, it cannot go back in. Let's try that. Actually, it doesn't really matter because we don't care that much. I guess I should go and buy the other two mages, if I can. So we just have to go and interrogate those workers, and that's the whole quest, apparently. We could have done that ages ago. Ancient treasure, Cedric's hideout. Another mage fact, okay.
Loyal subject. Oh, careful.
Yeah, I cannot wait until I unlock the permanent trainers. Don't have any more mages here. Perfect. Perfect, just perfect. Anyway, that was actually a lot of interesting things we learned, and besides, we're advancing the main story, which is great. I guess next time we'll have to speak with the mage factory workers, and then we just have to continue the missions, because we have done basically everything. Oh, we have to go there as well sometime, at some point. Even though the map is big, you don't have so many quests. See you next time, bye!